have to believe me. They're firebenders. They won't stop until they win the war.
Calm down. You're safe now.
Our economy would be ruined. Our peaceful way of life, our traditions would disappear.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
What are you talking about? Where do you think all the refugees come from? You can't hide it.
In silencing talk of conflict, Ba Sing Se remains a peaceful, orderly utopia. The last one on Earth.
There is no war within the walls. Here we are safe. Here we are free.
First things first, the Twitch moderation team has been as inconsistent and weird about their bans as always. Nina Lynn, the Twitch streamer who essayed a guy on stream, was unbanned just so she can commit theft in a later stream. Meanwhile, Meat Canyon was banned for what most people assume to be a Hasan Piker joke.
Like in a cartoon where they eat it and their belly goes really big for a second and it goes back down.
I mean, then I guess it'd be okay, but then according to you, they would go to hell when they die.
Can dogs drink bleach?
I think that's a bad thing to type into
Google
your
search be like. I'm joking. Cut that.
Can dogs drink an electric collar? Can dogs?
Because we all know you do not talk about Hasan Piker unless you got his meat balls deep down your throat. And if you don't know who Meat Canyon is, he is one of the most legendary figures on YouTube. Both a great internet personality and a great talent for animation. Go check out his stuff if you ever want to have your childhood ruined in the most glorious way. So something new came up with Hasan. It doesn't look good for him, but then again, what exactly looks good for Hasan Pikerchu in this day and age? He can't do anything right, literally anything. This guy at his most mellow would still be complaining about everything. All the money in the world, and he's probably one of the most depressed Turkish men to ever exist. So basically, one of Hasan's old homies from college came out with a piece on him. I want to state for the record, I do not think this is a smear campaign. Hasan is on camera saying some of the most vile things imaginable, and he doesn't really have one of those family-friendly public images. Hasan needs to lie about his opposition, saying things like Asmongold killed his mother, or Nuxtaku is a lolicon, More Pegasus is a PDF file, Tectone is a woman abuser, so on and so forth. Just straight slander. But whenever something comes out that is bad about Hasan, 9 times out of 10, you can rest assured that it is true, and that there is clip after clip or article after article to compile the receipts, like him shocking his dog or
all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
him supporting terrorists.
You said that the Houthi Luffy was not a pirate.
He's not.
Or I'm sorry, not Houthi affiliated.
He's not. But even if he was, I wouldn't care. I hope you understand that.
Because that's rewriting history.
I'm gonna say this
No,
very
no,
clearly.
it's not that you cared. It's that
I'm gonna
you
say this
fucking
very
blazed
clearly
them up.
to you right now. 10 toes down. Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
I believe what the Houthis are doing in terms of stopping Israel doing a genocide to implement a blockade on the Red Sea is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down. They're on the morally right side. Don't you also think they're on the morally right side?
What have they done?
You're supposed to.
Hold on.
You're saying that it's a genocide.
What have they done?
What the fuck are they supposed to do?
They hijacked a boat that had nothing to do with Israel? Like fucking
That's
bravo.
not true. That's not true.
Really? What was that? What did it have to do with Israel?
Or him being racist.
Don't care if like real black people, especially black academics or, you know, people that write for theroot.com decide to make this like a genuine fucking problem. Ultimately, no one cares about this shit. Okay? No one. I don't care. Maybe because I'm white and privileged. You can't tell black people what is or isn't a point of contention, though. Yes, I can. I am literally a political commentator. I have black members in this community, and I tell them shit all the time. Yes, I can. And I will keep doing it. I don't care. And there is literally nothing you can do about it. Well, if a white man says no one should care about this, then I as a black person can just go fuck myself, I guess. This seems like another moment, right, where a white person is telling you how you should feel. Sometimes that white
or him calling for violence.
It's not prevented at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
And really, there is nothing that Hasan can do to gaslight the world into forgetting about any of this. Outside of his audience of brainwashed woke-tards, no one who knows about Hasan has any respect for him. The last person I would want someone watching is Hasan. Unironically, watching Hasan Piker streams is more damaging than watching an OnlyFans whore. Both are bad, of course, but at least the OnlyFans whore doesn't push you to support terrorism. No, she just takes your money and makes you feel like less of a man. But Hasan does both of those things and makes you a worse and more violent person after all is said and done. But yeah, Hasan's college days, they don't sound very wholesome. We just got one of his old frat brothers from 10 to 15 years ago coming out with an article about who Hasan really was back in his prime. And it's pretty disgusting. 2011, this was way back when. Shit, I think I was like 9 years old at the time. Threesome yes, I got it. And as long as everyone's a consenting adult, I don't care what you do. But it's gonna get worse. For the past few weeks, Hasan has been trying to rewrite his history around his college career. He claims that he was broke/poor during the time, but that is far from the truth. Hasan was a member of TDX, one of the largest and wealthiest fraternities on campus. The fraternity house was a $1 million mansion. They had a horrible reputation on campus for being rich douchebags, which can be seen in their reviews from the time. And of course, we all know how relatable old college Hasan was. Who wasn't riding a horse back when they were 19, getting private cropping lessons or whatever? Only good as the house, bunch of douchebags. That's from 2013. Is 12 years old. Nice house, that's it. This person agrees. Without the house, they're nothing. A few cute guys, but that's all. Nice house, full of tools. One of the most popular fraternities on campus, but full of douches. So yeah, not a very popular fraternity. I can confirm that these reviews are true. They were a fraternity completely obsessed with partying and creeping on women. I heard many stories about the brothers making girls feel uncomfortable and unsafe. Hasan was not exempt from this description. In fact, he was known for it. Now that Hasan has become a socialist grifter, many of his fraternity brothers now hate him and post about it on Twitter. Some criticisms are tame, others are much more serious. Both these accounts interacted with Hasan's Twitter between 2010 and 2013 when his handle was still The House of Piker. If y'all thought this was wild, wait till you find out Hasan spent his 4 years at college trying to break down doors and violate girls. Sound familiar? Hasan has tried to distance himself from his fraternity in recent years. Most think it is because of conflicts with his leftist socialist image. While this is true, there is a bigger reason. In 2017, after Hasan had graduated, his fraternity was involved in the death of a student. Despite the fact that the fraternity was on a cease and desist order and was prohibited from sponsoring and or hosting any fraternity-related events. They held a Christmas party where alcohol was served to minors. One of those minors was too drunk to walk home, got lost, and ended up getting hit by a train. This was a major scandal on campus. TDX was stripped of their fraternity house and their affiliation with Rutgers. Despite this, the chapter charge continued to operate as an underground entity so that they could continue to party and harass women. Please do not let Hasan continue to lie about his time at college and his frat bro lifestyle. This man has not changed since college, he just refined his grift. A lot of people are going to take this and they are going to run a marathon with it. It is reasonable, but not many people want to be fair with Hasan, given how he'll just write a messed up fan fiction in his head and then slander someone on stream for something that never happened and can never be proven. Personally, I fully believe that Hasan was a rich douchebag with no respect for women in college, because he is a rich douchebag with no respect for women now. As far as him breaking down doors and trying to forcefully turn unsuspecting girls into mothers of unplanned offspring, I don't know. There is no concrete evidence for that. If Hasan ever found out about me, and if he ever thought I was a threat to his public image, he would be saying the most vile things about my character, calling me a kid diddler and a CP enjoyer. I have no doubt he would slander my reputation if he ever viewed me as a problem. And he would not do this because it's true, but because he knows that it would radicalize his brainwashed fan base against me. And I don't mind. I think it would be funny, in fact, because anyone who knows me in real life or knows the content I like to make can reasonably infer that it just isn't true. I mean, how is it that everyone who doesn't agree with Hasan is a lolicon or a predator? Mighty convenient coincidence, don't you think? But that doesn't mean I will pay him the same courtesy. That's just immature. But if it turns out that Hasan has done all those things, I mean, this allegation and this picture, they go together like oil and fire. It'd be so funny to watch Hasan lie his way into a corner just like he did with the Collargate situation. And yeah, this tracks. Hasan has always been a hedonistic guy, and when I say hedonistic, I say to a problematic extent. I don't think there is anything wrong with enjoying the pleasures of life. I'm not some puritanical Christian extremist or anything like that. But when you indulge in those luxuries at the expense of others, you have room for improvement. And in spite of his unwarranted ego, Hasan has a lot more room for improvement than the average human being. He's not successful, only lucky. Love this move. I almost feel bad for the idiots who think Hasan's actually socialist. If you had Hasan Piker to be the first millionaire from TDX back in 2011, on your bingo card, collect your prize. Oh, you say so, huh? Well, you're a much kinder man than I am, 'cause I can't even almost feel bad for them. The only thing worse than Hasan is his fans.
Heard about the companies Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, General Dynamics.
I just want to say I don't want people in America to forget about BLM. I don't want people to forget about black people. I don't want people to forget about the millions of black people who are incarcerated. 45% of black people in America are incarcerated. Free black people, free Palestine, free Sudan, free Alim, free Papua, free the Tamils, free everybody. Allah Akbar, الموت بالله, الموت Israel, لبيك يا حسين, لبيك يا حسين. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر اللعنة اليهود اللعنة إسرائيل لبيك اللهم لبيك.
I haven't forgotten about all the Hasanabi viewers who attended the illegal and violent riot in California and were overjoyed to meet their hero in person. Anyone remember Jarrett Mackey from a couple months ago? That cute little incel twink who met Hasan in person and was a huge fan of his content, and only 1 week later was arrested for making terrorist bomb threats. I don't forget these losers. I don't think they are the minority of Hasan's community, I think they are the majority. And the lack of respect is mutual. Hasan fans don't like me, because I am the kind of guy who smiles when Hasan frowns, and I have no issues pointing out his shortcomings, of which there are many. And the more they hate me, the more Hasan videos I will make. Because I think it's funny. Most of these people can't even battle me in the field of political debate because I speak the facts. I bring the clips.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark.
All they can do is laugh to hide their anger, make up lies about the anti-Hasan creators that I glaze, and call me stupid without addressing any of the evidence I provide for why Hasan Piker sucks. And all this does is reveal their lack of intelligence. Now, before I let you go, there is one last thing that you and I need to discuss. This is not Hasan related, but it is a dark topic, and I suggest you continue this video with a heavy heart. But I think it's important, and we can't ignore this. Alright then. This is Luna, a 9-year-old girl from Sweden. She seems pretty sweet and innocent, right? The type of youngling that you wouldn't want anything bad to happen to. Or rather, the type you wouldn't want anything worse to happen to than what has already occurred. Because this is her now. Luna, a 9-year-old Swedish girl, was brutally defiled and strangled with shoelaces by the African immigrant Kamal. When she was riding her bike home from school, she miraculously survived, but with severe and irreversible brain damage. When the incident occurred, Kamal was provided with new, protected housing by the police because people were enraged. Kamal also says he is happy with his punishment because there he can play a lot of video games. Why does the Swedish state do so much to protect immigrant vile criminals, but nothing to protect its own little girls? This is what happens when you have a country that doesn't enforce international border security. All those doctors and lawyers that the mainstream media tells you aren't just irrelevant to your society, but beneficial to it, lose control of their libidos, and the children native to the land being invaded are left to suffer as a result. All I really want is for you to be aware and concerned. Don't ever convince yourself that it could never be someone you personally care about and love deeply, because you do not know that. So please, send poor little Luna your love and light. If you're religious, you might as well shoot a prayer her way, because she is going to need all the support she can to shoulder this burden. The pain and trauma that is inflicted upon us by other human beings, whether through their passing or their cruelty, it never goes away. You will carry it till your final sunrise. But regardless of if it is with the support and comfort of loved ones, or even in cold, dark, and lonely isolation where you feel like no one can understand or no one cares, with enough willpower, self-growth, and self-discovery, it can be managed and worked through properly. But that's all I really got for you right now. I'll talk to you later.
How can I be okay? I hate all of you. I hate the woke.